broadcasting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the BallerAlert show. I go by the name of Ferrari Simmons.
I go by the name, BT.
Roscoe Dash in the building.
Hey!
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, bruh?
How y'all doing?
Long time no see, man.
I know, man, but I be bumping into y'all in all the right spots, though. So
Yeah.
it's cool. That let me know we all doing what we supposed to be doing. So
Yeah.
it's good
Every
to see
time
y'all
I
boys.
see you, I just think about that diamond record you got.
You know what I'm saying?
Diamond
No
record.
hands.
Right. That's right. That's right. I appreciate the people for that, man. We wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for everybody just keep. To me, the bigger part about it is that it's had the longevity it's had over the years. You know what I'm saying?
Still a
Like,
classic right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Coming from an era that wasn't digital, going into digital like that, and just being able to have that longevity is what makes it what it is, I think, to me, anyway.
First of all, where the hell you been, bro?
Tucked in, bro, trying to get it together. But I've been plotting, though, bro. I've been putting some new music together. I've been doing some acting.
Oh, you acting now?
Yeah, I'm working on a documentary right now to tell where I've been at. So just a lot of good things, bro. A lot of stuff that I needed to do to kind of just remind people, reintroduce, and then, do my thing from there. So
Is the Mohawk ever coming back?
it's actually under these braids. Like this is really a long mohawk I just braided down. No cap,
What?
I swear. No lie.
Bro, that
No lie.
hairstyle that when you had everything in the chokehold, I'd say what 2009, and going on for a couple of years after that. But I remember 2009, bro. All the way.
Yeah, you said everybody had a mohawk.
Everybody
Everybody
Cut off
had a
heads. Remember
mohawk.
we had rosary beads and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Even that flow, your cadence, how you accentuated your word play, that was a thing.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro, because I think what really sparked that was just what I was listening to and how I was influenced growing up. So I have so much influence from music, bro, like from Andre 3000 to like even the DMXs and stuff. Like I used to go get the booklets and read the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And like really see what's going on. So once I got wind of like the T-Pains, I think this was right after Lil Jon started going crazy. He was on like his second or third album going nuts. So I just wanted to take something and just kind of make a hybrid, you know what I'm saying, of what was going on. And Roscoe Dash came from that.
So where'd you get the name Roscoe Dash from?
That shit, bro. Oh my gosh.
Like, what's your real name?
My real name is Jeffrey
Got it.
Johnson Jr. I'm a junior too.
Okay.
Valid.
So where Roscoe Dash come from?
I went to the internet, bro. I had a lot of names before I had Roscoe Dash, honestly. And it's funny because when I was moving around with Travis Porter, they used to try to give me names too. Like, and I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't it. Or I come up with a name and they be like, nah, that ain't it. But I went to the internet ultimately. And remember we used to have those two column lists of like mix and match. You draw the line to it or whatever. I literally went and found like retro superheroes and their alternate identities, and I just mixed and matched it till I found something that worked.
Roscoe.
And I was like, I needed
Dash.
something that's gonna stick.
So
You know what I'm
basically,
saying?
you use the old AI.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We've been on the AI. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now I remember. I'm glad you brought up Travis Porter one time for Travis Porter.
Yeah, shout out to them.
But
for sure.
I do remember vividly.
Mhm.
It was a version of the song "All the Way Turned Up." Oh, all the way, all the way
Yeah, it was
turned
Yeah,
up.
it was all the way turned up.
All the way turned up, and then I saw a Roscoe Dash and Soulja Boy version.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that
Let's do it.
because I don't know if the right clarity was ever addressed. What happened?
Honestly, bro, a lot. A lot of stuff happened.
Whose song was it first?
Mine, 100%.
But
100%.
everybody
They'll
thought
tell
it
you
was
that.
their song.
Yeah. But that's because they were popping. They were already lit. Like I was going to the club trying to get my song played when they were doing Baddest Bitch in the World and shit like that. So like respect to them for that because they've been doing it before then. And they were Black Mob before then. A lot of people don't know that. Hard Hitters or whatever it was. So I've been on them. I've been on like Black Mob versus the Fam stuff, shit like that. So nonetheless, I made the song. I think my mom had just moved to it was like a really bad time for America. Like we was in a recession and shit like that. And so my mom had just got laid off and they relocated her to Seattle. And so I was in the crib by myself. And I went and got like some U-Haul blankets and shit. Like I'm literally fending for myself at like 17, 18, no cap. So I went and got some U-Haul blankets. I set them up in the corner of the room, got a microphone, wrapped a washcloth around it with a rubber band. I think I was recording on like Adobe Auditions 3.0, which was like not even some recording software for real, playing it off a boombox. Like it was really put together. You know what I'm saying? Like I really kind of nigga rigged it a little bit. But nonetheless, I came up with the record. I knew I needed to re-record the record. So I went to who is Sire the Kid's now, but it was his Arrogant Music Studios off of Windy Hill. I went and re-recorded that song, and I did another song called Crunch Time, but it was just the hook in the first verse for Turnt Up. So fast forward, my cousin had a good relationship with them from school or whatever, from Miller Grove or whatever. So we went to this club, this Jamaican club off South Harrison one night, and we was with Strap. And I played the CD in the car, and he heard it and was like, oh, this shit hard. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, I need somebody to get us still some open spots on here. Woo, woo, woo. So he was like, man, definitely we gonna do it. Woo, woo. So a couple of days later, we went over to CEO Charlie's mama crib at the Spit Your Game office or whatever and cut the record in its totality for what the Travis Porter version was. A couple weeks later, they put out the Differenter album, and it ended up on there from however. It just ended up on a project as Travis Porter featuring, I was ATL at that time, young ATL. So nobody knew who Roscoe Dash was, you know what I'm saying, until they heard the first verse and they heard me actually do it. Then it's like, okay. So I went and moved around with them for a little bit. And I actually was open to getting a situation with, I guess, I don't know what the name of the Porterhouse label was before it was Porterhouse, but they were on their way to building that imprint or whatever. And so I talked to CEO Charlie about it, but he wanted me to be included in the group. And I'm like, nigga, I can go move around with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he wanted to add you into the group.
Because it just made sense for them already putting the record out as their record. Now they don't have to tell anybody that it's not their record. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think from his perspective. What he was thinking. The boys didn't know nothing about that. They just being the boys. You know what I'm saying? So like, and we had the conversation too. And I told him, I'm like, bro, you know, I got kids just like, I think Strat was the only other person that had kids at that time. I'm like, bro, I got to, you know what I'm saying? This is my shot. So they was like, bro, do whatever you got to do. And ultimately, it just led to being done that way, which is partially Boomman's fault. Really, that was a Boomman and KE move, not to throw KE in the hot seat too, but it worked out. You know what I'm saying? And we gave the credit to the original producer for the remake and just took off. Soulja did that shit in like 45 minutes because of what was going on. He sent it right back. So
so you called Soulja Boy like, yo, we need to get you on this record so that, you know, the brand that makes sense.
I really didn't even know, bro. I didn't even know until it came back. Like, he just put the play in motion because he was like, he already had the, I think he did Turn My Swag On and some other shit for Soulja, so they already was locked in. You know what I'm saying? So he got him to send it back. I recut the vocals on the new beat that KE had went and stitched together or whatever, and the rest was history after that. We did like 4 or 5 records, Show Out, Maximum, Story Time, and some other stuff.
You did all that with KE?
Mm-hmm. It was like a trip to Valdosta. I used to go like every other weekend and just go down and take that little 4-hour drive. Valdosta was lit then too, bro.
Nah, you had the I feel like you was just going like back to back with hits.
Yeah. So we was creating a style then, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy to kind of just keep redoing the footprint that we was laying at that time. You know what I'm saying? So once KE heard me on them horns, he was like, oh, we doing horns on everything. I don't care what. Horns on everything, bro. Fuck it. So yeah, that's how it happened.
Now, but there wasn't any bad blood between
There was at some point in time because, I mean, like, it was times when we would bump into each other at shows, bro. We was about to hit. Like, we was outside. Like, it was, like, bad. Like, they'll tell you this shit. Like,
but why they was mad at you if it was your song?
I think it was just how it was being portrayed. You know what I'm saying? They probably felt a little played. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would, too, if I took somebody on the road and this, that, and third. Because they didn't know. I don't think they really knew the perspective of what Charlie was trying to do.
Oh, like the business, the behind-the-scenes
side of
business.
It is really what blew up the relationship. Because we had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was kicking it. We was going to the club. We going to the studio. I used to go on the road with them a little bit. We did Albany. We did all these other, you know, Southeast region shows and shit like that where I was just coming out doing the song with them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but it just got like that because I think from the public perspective, I feel like people were trying to figure out what's what. And I got mad, too, when people were saying, oh, no, it was really their song. And they telling the story like it was them. And I'm like, bro, that's not how it happened.
Soulja Boy really blew the song up.
He went crazy.
More, so I think that was
he's one of the biggest.
That's how you know everything happens for a reason because he was the hottest rapper out.
But that no hands, my boy.
Yeah. So
how did that happen?
Man, so we was on the
Waka Flocka.
We was on the road, and it's funny because the stories kind of correlate. Because we all been cool since like Mariachi Mondays and stuff like that we was doing way back in the Gap for the open mics with ET and them. And so when we started moving around, we used to get booked for a lot of the same gigs. So literally when I'm about to like hit with Travis Porter and we about to fight or whatever outside for whatever reason, Waka's like the mediator in this shit. Because he's like, bro, I don't want to get in, you know what I mean? Y'all
Waka was the mediator?
He's like mediating. And it's a crazy
at that particular time?
I was about to say at that time?
Yeah. So if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Boom. So anyway, long story short, we came off the road from doing like a little stint, doing a couple shows together or whatever. I think this was around the time when Gucci had just got out of jail. From the
second or third time.
Yeah, I ain't want to get, you know, one of them times. So boom, we all at Patchwork, and Reese, shout out to Reese, the one who kind of made it happen. She put the session together between Drummer Boy in the B room and Waka. So I guess Gucci was in the A room. Everybody was showing up for Gucci, but Drummer snuck out of there. He dropped his pack off to Gucci and then went and worked in the B room with Waka. So when I went in there, he was just we was actually about to do something completely different, like a whole different style of record that nobody had heard before. It's called like Trap Step or something we was about to get ready to create. That's something that I don't think nobody ever knew. But I heard that beat and I was like, yo, chicks love you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for beat motherfuckers up in the club or whatever you doing, like they love you for whatever persona they see you as or whatever. So I said, if you do a song for them, bro, it's going to carry you for the rest of your life. I said, matter of fact, just write the verse, bro. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like just write the verse. drummer must have been listening to him making the beat and saying what I'm saying to him because he started putting that shit together. And guess what happened? Them horns came on. When them horns came on, bro. When the horns came, bro, Roscoe came too, my boy. Hey, man. So the rest was history, but it's crazy because Wale ended up being in the room through Reese too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is my first time meeting him. I knew of him before because I saw him with the on the BET Jams and all this other stuff when I was in the studio from the song he had about the shoes and shit. That's the only song I knew at that time, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I think like halfway through the record, Reese came and tapped us and was like, "Hey, Wale has something." I'm like, "Bro, tell him to get on this, go in the booth, bro. Get him on the song." So he went and laid it, and the rest was history, bro. Honestly. And it just took off from there. I think we put it out on his More About Nothing mixtape, like a day after we cut it or something like that. And it was out of here.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a dope ass story.
That's one of those timeless hip hop songs. Especially it represents a time period, place. It's just it's one of the biggest records ever.
100%.
It's almost to me it's perfect. It's a perfect song.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, so now what happens next? Because I feel like we're at the height right now, and I don't really remember anything else after this.
Yeah, nobody
besides like,
what really happened?
I was in a bad label situation, so I'm gonna say this just to set the record straight, because I really don't I be waiting for the right time to say what I need to say about certain stuff. So originally, when I went and did my deal, I did a management deal with Boomman, right, from MMI at the time. He was going crazy in Valdosta. He had it going on up here too. He just kind of knew how to market it and put it together. Right, so he connects me to try to get me a deal and take me. Once we put that record out and it started going crazy, he's like, "Okay, now I need to get the situation."
Which record was it?
All the Way Turned Up.
All the Way Turned Up.
Mm-hmm. So we had Show Out and all that stuff. We had like a 5-pack, and All the Way Turned Up and Show Out was in that 5-pack. So we already knew we had the first and second record. We was just marketing it as all 5, so that when they go listen to it on YouTube, they got a foundation. That's free game. They get foundation of how to, you know what I'm saying, what you sound like, what the next record gonna sound like, whatever. So boom, he goes and gets me this deal, or tries to get me this deal with Def Jam. The situation with Travis Porter and whose record it is messed up the deal with Def Jam through Tony Neal. Tony Neal like put out, this is what I heard allegedly, put out a
Tony Neal hit me too. Somebody you want to come on the show?
Yeah, he hit me like last week too. We cool now, but he he put a petition out that like was saying that they're not gonna play the record because it's not my record. They're gonna play the Travis Porter version or whatever. So that kind of sparked the height of the Soulja Boy version. We started really mashing the gas. Then we got Interscope's attention through a furnishing deal. So I really was signed to Polo the Don and this other group called Music Line at the time. So
how'd you get signed to Polo the Don?
Through Chubby Baby. Shout out to Chubby Baby.
Long live Chubby Baby.
That's my dog. Let me tell you, when I tell you, bro, Chubby really went to bat for me, bro. And like, I didn't even know this was happening. I don't even know how Chubby got wind of me or whatever, but he went on V103, got Polo to go on V103. I got the soundbite from this too. It's going to be in my documentary, where he told him like, yeah, we just signed this new kid, Roscoe Dash, with the All the Way Turned Up record. Woo, woo. I found out then. I didn't even know. Like, they passing my shit around. Like, I don't know, bro. Swear. So little did I know, Boomman had, I think I went in there I was doing my.
But you signed the Boomman on the management.
On the management, but I didn't know it was a 360. See what I'm saying? So he really had me on the management and the artist side, or the recording side too, but I didn't know that at the time. 18 years old. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? So boom. When we get to the next situation, with the furnishing company furnishing me the Interscope, he had already sold my contract. I think I was working on Can't Catch the Lambo at this time, or Demolition 2020. He sold my contract to that furnishing company and got out the way, but he had already hit my publishing too. So it just created a bad situation for everybody involved.
So he done got the publishing, the deal with the label. So he done already made his money. So he like, here, y'all can have him.
That's why MMI is not MMI no more, because he even fell out with the business partner. See what I'm saying? That's why I changed to Authentic Empire. That's really Roscoe Dash money that he went and started that label with. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, yeah. So, and that's when the whole like trajectory of what he was doing changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of to the wolves at that point, because I'm with some new people that I just met through a furnishing company. I'm signed to a deal with a major label. So this is really my shot that I wanted as a kid, dreaming of getting a record deal, but it's tied to some other bullshit too. You see what I'm saying?
And do you know what's going on at this particular time?
No idea. Like, I literally found out from asking him. I was like, I want to shoot a video for whatever song off my mixtape to help, you know, drive to whatever we doing for that shit. He was like, oh, well, we don't handle that no more. I found out in the studio, bro, in the booth, like in this booth that we sit next to, I found out like that. Swear. Mm-hmm.
So did that drive you to start looking at like the business situation? Like,
100%.
I was gonna say, you sound very educated now.
Yeah, now.
But at that particular time, did you when you experienced that situation in the studio, did it kind of spark your mind and saying like, you know, I started
looking around. Yeah, you got to look around and see what's going on, because now I'm already in bed, with these other people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
With the big label, with the
you feel
machine.
me? And they're tied to the situation with the big label. And I got another person, Polo, who's probably not even tied to none of this bullshit that's going on over here. He just wants to give me a shot as a, being a talent. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of was a rotten egg in the carton that.
So this is all happening as No Hands is out.
Oh, man.
But you're making show money.
Mm-hmm. That's what's keeping it cool. That's all. Honestly, between us, bro, that's up until about like maybe a year or so ago, I didn't even know where the publishing money was going because the deal that he sold or created and did whatever, I didn't even know. I had to track all that shit. And it took me 15 years, bro, to figure that out.
15 years of tracking.
So it's like either do I keep riding the wave and that's why I said for a minute, I was like, I ain't doing hooks no more and shit because I knew that was gonna shut them down from doing what they was doing. So I could figure out how to get to the what was going on.
So you went silent.
Mm-hmm. And I went and started focusing on the other stuff. I had my second daughter around that time, too. It was just a lot going on. Lost my best friend the day before my second daughter was born. It was a lot of shit going on at one time. So for me being 22 years old at the time, I'm kind of trying to figure it out. I'm looking at the lawyers who helped me do the deal. I'm looking at, like, who can I even look? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even navigate that type of situation? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then come to find out, I didn't know the business of like producer agreements or like side artist agreements and shit like that. So all these things are going untouched. Like, so the relationships I'm having with the Wale's, the dramas, the people who I'm giving these records to, their situation is messed up too because the paperwork ain't getting signed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of different things that's going on at one time that's just kind of hindering me from being who I am in that moment. All I had was to keep doing the music and keep giving out what I had with so many girls, the other, you know what I'm saying? The To The World with R. Kelly and Kanye. I found out I was a songwriter in that same moment. That's what really gave me the longevity to keep going, in my opinion.
Now, damn.
Yes.
That is a lot. I couldn't even imagine going through something like that. And while you were going through that, did you ever think about like, did you ever have a conversation with Polo? Like, hey man, what's going on with this label?
Yeah, we tried to sit at the table. He tried to sit at the table and actually talk to them about it. And that shit blew up too. We met at Houston's one night. My mom came and everything. We tried to like work it out. And they ended up getting into it because
with the label?
Yeah, because Polo was kind of like trying to say, he's a star, bro. We need to be doing this, that, or the third. Like, he wanted to buy me the Lambo, go sign some other artists. He had all the right, you know what I'm saying? Took me to the right parties. I was out with the right people. I met, like, Chris Brown. I got Chris Brown records and all kinds of niggas will never hear, bro. Swear, because the situation imploded. But I was knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of different stuff that was going on at one time, bro. I can't say that enough.
I know you just be riding in the car like, dang.
Yeah, like
you listen to these records from time to time?
Sometimes, yeah, from time to time. I got like computers, bro, with just like all kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, like I still was getting my shit off. I still got like other placements, but this is like for Roscoe Dash. I could have been like on some Flow Rider shit at 22 instead of waiting until I'm 28, 30 to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and at that point, did you say, man, hold on, I just need to take a break, stop, because I don't know where my money's going.
I don't know where none of this shit going.
I don't know the business, what's going on. I just know I got these hit records. I'm super famous right now. I think I just need to stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kept doing the music, but I knew that even in putting the music out and it was something new, I didn't know where that was going. I didn't know if it was still, whatever was happening was still happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like uploading something into a black hole and just hoping it do what it need to do. So at that point, all I had was the fame that I had for people knowing what I do. You know what I'm saying? To carry people to go do them records. Because now I got released from Interscope. Once they got wind of what was going on, they were like, you can just come back to us whenever you get all this other stuff out the way. But 15 years later, it's just now getting to that point where it's like, you see what I'm saying? So I can go move around and do those types of things. So I just kind of sat with it and went independent, started building the other parts of the brand to kind of be my foundation, because I know I can always do the music. Like, the music is always going. I've been giving out records to other people ever since. You know what I mean? I never stopped doing that part. So when I do my documentary and people see that list, the Lotus Flower Bombs, the Tinashe Feels Like Vegas, all these other records that I've been doing this whole time, Home with Travis Scott, I've been doing like a lot of different stuff. I just ain't been publicizing it.
What makes you not want to publicize?
I do now, but I just knew the other thing was, in that 15-year time frame, you know, people gonna fall out when they catch wind of what's going on. People gonna go tuck in, do this, that, third. You gotta track people down, whoop. So for me, it was just about making sure the time was right and knowing that when I do it, I'm gonna get the shot I need to have for it to go where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? So once they caught wind that they like, oh, he's still writing, that's more money. They're gonna be like, let me go check the bank account to see if the money that came in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to navigate all that shit. Because when you're dealing with labels, bro, Universal, if they got an agreement, let's say if you're the artist and you're the manager or whatever, if you go do a deal with me, it don't matter if he can be like, oh, I'm such and such, I am Ferrari Simmons, I'm trying to see what my publishing at. Well, you got to go holler at BT, because we got an agreement with him based off of your admin rights and this, that, and the third. So you don't really have no power in that situation. You see what I'm saying?
You giving out a lot of game.
You giving
Yeah,
out
the
a
documentary
lot.
gonna be crazy,
You
bro.
giving
I'm
out a
telling you,
lot
like,
of game.
This is gonna be a lot of replay value in this interview. Wow.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for
We
giving
gotta
me the
have,
opportunity,
we gotta have
bro.
you come back too.
Nah, for sure.
Okay, so let's before we wrap, let's talk about what you currently have going on now.
Yeah, so right now, man, I just did the BT Hip Hop Awards with Soulja.
I saw
Saw
that.
that.
I saw
That was
that.
big.
That was
So it
fire.
kind of just gave us the footing we need to do what I need to do for people to be like, oh, that's what he looked like. Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, that is, he did do these songs with the whoop. So right now what I'm doing is I'm doing a documentary that should be out first or second quarter on a major publication or whatever.
What is it gonna be
behind
called?
the scenes. We haven't decided what it's gonna be called yet.
Okay.
I'm kind of between like two names.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be on some like Amazon or Hulu, whatever type shit. So we got that. I got a project I'm working on called Let's Have Fun. I really want to bring fun back to music, to the clubs and shit like that. So I got a project that I'm curating with some new and old talents.
Smart.
Yeah, to just kind of bridge the gap, bro. I feel like I'm a bridge. I'm a young OG, so I'm not as up there as decorated as like a Juvenile or a whoever else, right? But I'm still a young OG that can talk to the young kids and get them on them records to be, all on the same page or whatever. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And then, like I said, I've been doing the independent films. I'm on my third independent film now that just came out 2 weeks ago. Called Make It Rain. That's on Tubi and Netflix, I think. I got For the Gram that's out, and I got Rack Ace that's out as well on Tubi and some other Peacock, I think, or something like that. So
Getting that business, got
Yeah,
that
we
business
Gotta
right
get it
now.
together, bro. You gotta get it together, man. I be telling people all the time, bro, it's about spreading it out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you start to get that fame and the song isn't bigger than you and people know who you are, you gotta start spreading that stuff out. Because you never know. It could be some lifestyle stuff. I've been playing the celebrity basketball games, football games, doing the Super Bowl, halftime shows, all kind of stuff, just from showing the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Telling people I'm vegetarian, I can get some other shit going for that. You know what I mean? So just all kind of different things.
And people, just for the record, we all are friends.
sure.
We all in the group
100%.
chat,
100%.
Travis Porter and everybody. So I don't want to think that like
it's good.
it's still any issues
Nah, it's
or
good.
anything
Nah,
like
for sure.
that.
We
you
gotta
know,
get
with
them.
y'all.
We gotta get them to come up here too.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
for
want to
sure.
do a tour, bro. Like I'm really trying to get to the position where I can put a tour together that kind of features all the people that kind of paved the way in that, not just in the era where I came out, but since then too. Like I want to do some real millennium turned up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Well, look, I want to give you your flowers, man.
I appreciate you.
Cause I remember the time. I went a little. That's when I was becoming Ferrari Simmons. I was in them clubs with DJ Holiday
for
and all
sure.
them boys, and we was in them strip clubs and round and round. Man, you gave us some
My dog,
bangers,
I
my
appreciate
bro.
y'all,
That
man.
show,
Definitely got
wow.
some
BT,
bang.
we've been on plenty of stages, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know. Me and him
Yeah.
used to be on the road together.
Hey,
this when
that's fire.
I lived in Arkansas.
Yeah,
That's fire,
BT
bro.
had that shit going crazy.
Like
too.
me and him used to travel
Yeah.
everywhere, man. When I tell you, this dude is never gonna be without a job
Nah, for sure.
because
For sure.
people love Roscoe Dash.
Love your music, bro.
Love his
Still get
music.
played to this day.
No,
And it's
100%.
like your music, it's so crazy because your music is being passed down from like generation, especially with the college
Yeah,
market.
I've been
Like,
getting hit up
he
even
got
by
the
the new
college
people, bro.
market on smash.
I got a couple people that's been hitting me up that's like, they the million or billion stream rap people or whatever right now that's like, yo, we want to redo Sexy Girl Anthem. Yo, we want to redo da 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 da. And I'm like, hell yeah,
Bro.
let's do it. Like,
Hey,
so
bro.
I'm blessed to be in a position for it
You
to just
have the
do that,
catalog
you know what I'm saying? So,
for that to.
that's
to
fine.
You definitely got the
resurface.
catalog
That's
because your music is like being passed down a generation. Because I looked at we used to do the colleges together,
Nah, for
and I
sure.
was like, man, he got the colleges on smash.
Crazy,
and then
bro.
think about it,
That's
when they
crazy.
graduate college, now the new people they're going to be listening to Roscoe.
nah,
Dash.
for
Like
sure.
it's crazy.
That's the other gem that people don't know. I be telling them like it's the clubs and all that shit cool, bro. When you get in them college markets,
That
bro,
college
that's
market
reinventing
is
you every 4
different.
years.
I always felt
bro.
like you, K Camp, and a couple others.
Yeah,
like,
Camp is another one. Yeah.
Had them
Oh,
college
K
markets
Camp,
on
K
smash-
Camp
on
is
smash.
another one.
And don't get me wrong, I want to say this too, bro, because I remember it was times when we was at the Arrogant Music Studio, and I think it was like Sean Teasy was popping around this time, or
Man,
the
what's up with
Twins and
Sean
shit like
Teasy?
that, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, like this is some real.
Damn.
Camp was around, bro, and he was like the young. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just so proud of watching them people that really stayed down and stuck to the ground. Sunny Digital is another one. I was just talking about him
Shout out
earlier.
to
Like
Sunny
people that's just
Digital.
always been in the right rooms and don't have to be in the front to lead. And now they getting their time to do all the things they ever and even the unfathomable stuff too, because those are the best blessings to me, in my opinion. The stuff
No,
you
for
couldn't
sure.
even see yourself doing. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to anybody who been just holding it down and just persevering. You know what I'm saying? And being resilient. So it's hard.
Before we get out of here, I need you to look at that camera. It's called the Mental Health Check-In.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, what it do? It's your boy, Mr. ROSCO himself, Roscoe Dash. This is the Mental Health Check-In. If I was you, man, my word of advice for the day would be to stop by that mirror, man. Don't forget to stop by that mirror and tell that person that's looking back at you today the shit, bro, and that they got it under control. You never lose the best thing you ever had, and you survived 100% of your worst days. So keep on trucking and keep the man upstairs first.
BallerAlert!